All right, Sumit, how about Nvidia? What are you guys looking at?
Sure. So Nvidia builds GPU accelerators. Essentially, a GPU works with a CPU to accelerate an application. So we're really excited to be part of OpenPower, and we're really contributing in three key technologies, we're working in three different areas. One is to bring full software support for the GPU with power systems. So I'm happy to announce today that we will be making it generally available in Q4 this year. So in Q4 this year, we'll have full CUDA support for power, and we'll ship power-based systems with IBM in Q4 this year with NVIDIA GPUs. So this will be the first time that you'll be able to buy power and NVIDIA GPUs together and be able to use them for accelerating your applications. This is a big achievement, something we've been working together for a while. The second thing is we announced a technology called NVLink a few weeks ago at our developer conference, the GPU Technology Conference. NVLink is a high-speed processor interconnect. And what it allows us to do is, and IBM announced with us that they co-developed this. And in fact, we'll be implementing it in a future GPU called Pascal. And IBM will be implementing NVLink in a Power CPU in the future. And what this high-speed interconnect allows us to do is to build a system that is better together. You have a CPU and GPU working together at very high speeds, able to exchange data. And the Power CPUs have an amazing memory system. The GPUs, one of the reasons we are so good at what we do is the memory speeds that we can achieve. By having NVLink, we can now put both of them together. And really, the second announcement I would like to make here is that NVIDIA is going to offer NVLink as a licensed technology to members of the OpenPower Foundation. And the third thing that we're working on is obviously accelerating applications with power and GPUs together. And this is whether it's applications that the ecosystem and other members are working on, or it's applications that IBM has in their portfolio of enterprise applications. So a lot of focus on the big data and enterprise data analytics. We also made some recent announcements around machine learning. We have a terrific demo of a Java framework doing acceleration of Hadoop Analytics. So a lot of activity around applications. At the end of the day, the system is only as good as the software that takes advantage of it. So a lot of the future and the long-term focus is going to be around software.
And we'll be demoing some of that at Impact with our Java acceleration.
Absolutely. Please come to Vegas. It's a nice city. And, and there's a terrific conference put up there by IBM called Impact. And we have a booth there. The OpenPower Foundation has a booth. We'll be demoing a lot of our technologies there.
Yeah, we'll have some Java acceleration, which we did show at GTC as well. Gilad, what about Mellanox? What are you guys looking at?
My turn.
Yeah, your turn.
So Mellanox provides end-to-end interconnect solutions based on InfiniBand and Ethernet standards. It's running at 40 and 56 gigabit per second speeds, extremely low latency, and enable people to build very efficient data centers and to increase their data center return on investment, and allowing high-performance Web 2 cloud database, big data applications to run faster and in a more efficient way. Beyond of bringing the high-speed connectivity into OpenPower, we also bring multiple technologies into the group. One example is RDMA, or Remote Direct Memory Access. This is a technology that allows very, very fast communications within a data center with very, very low CPU utilization. And as an example, next week at IBM Impact in Las Vegas, we're going to do demonstrations for a solution that was developed together with IBM Research and many other folks that utilizing standard API, standard software interface, and RDMA, and together it increased the throughput by 10x. It's not 2, 3, 4, it's by 10x. And reducing latency by 10x for NoSQL database application. And if you're going to be there in Las Vegas, this is a great demonstration to go and see a solution that was built together within the OpenPower Foundation. Another example is CloudX. And CloudX is a platform based on open cloud architecture that enables people to take off-the-shelf components of servers and storage and software and taking those elements and build the most efficient cloud for both private or public usage. That's another technology that we're bringing to OpenPower. And it's not just stopping here. Mellanox is continuing to work with IBM to explore or take advantage of capabilities within Power to continue and increase application performance and overall data center return on investment.
Great. Thanks. Thanks, guys. So that's a little taste of what our founding members are doing to kick us off, get started. We have, as they mentioned, we have the demos coming up at Impact. We have a couple more FPGA examples where we've taken and attached FPGAs with our partners to the processor and sped up some Monte Carlo by about 250x through what we call our CAPI attached FPGA. We did that with Xilinx. Altera, we did a Monte Carlo with those guys that did a 250x speed up. I should get my facts straight. Xilinx, we sped up a NoSQL data server. With Altera, we sped up the Monte Carlo. But those are a couple more examples, as well as some very fast attach of non-volatile memory through some advanced I/O with OpenPower. So there's a very broad breadth of innovation taking place already that we are talking about. We'll be demoing at Impact, and there's much more to come. As a matter of fact, we have quite a few OpenPower members here in the audience here today. If you're an OpenPower member representing an OpenPower entity, just give you a hand in the air or something, you know. Yeah, great. So we got a good group of people there. Anybody you see some of these guys, you know, reach out to them, say hi, you can talk to them. They're all working and helping us move power forward. After this, you know, as we start to wrap up, just to give you a little feel for what's going on. In 2 days from now, myself and some of our OpenPower members are going to hop on a plane. We're going to fly straight to China. We're going to do this event over again in China, where we have a lot of innovation taking place, some very important stuff in China. One of our founding platinum members is Suzhou Power Core, which is the first entity to license the IP from IBM and the architecture and is developing SoC microprocessors. We'll be having them talk a little bit about what they're doing in China next week, as well as a large number of system houses. We'll be building systems with OpenPower in China. With quite a few of their names, you saw them on the list as well. And we got some software innovation taking place there. So we'll be talking about that next week. I mean, not next week, in a couple of days in China. I wish it was next week. But anyhow, so keep an eye out for that, and a lot of excitement going on over there. So with that, I'm going to ask my members to go ahead, and we'll wrap up this segment, and I'll introduce Doug Balog from IBM, one of my colleagues there, the GM of Power Systems. He's going to come up here, and he's going to introduce to you some of the exciting announcements we have around Power and Power 8. Thanks a lot, everybody.